Has it been raining? In Ghana, we saw what happened over the weekend. It rained for less than an hour, and the whole place was flooded. Remember, Nana Dankwe said he was going to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. And you bring me say in Soto 10 minutes at the whole of Ghana, no nipa enya baby. In fact, this is what we mean by a lying old man. This government has failed on all fronts. I don't really know, baby. I buy with Bitumaka say ye dim kunima ye bet to me jinaso crampo aye campaign. I don't know. And if you know one, just tell me. Because every single thing Nana Dankwe Kufuado, any MPP, Bäwum, any Alankash, Breäks from 2016, none of them has been fulfilled. None. And I'm saying none without being careful, cry. I'm saying none because we cannot point to one single thing. This government for the past 6 years, Oma implement here is successful. Say Obi what every show we. That's one single thing. We put it together. Like I say, I am successful. I just want to know. It's very, very important because we were given a list of things to look at. We looked at those lists, Till date, 6 years and over. Nana Dankwe Kufuado has been paid. All his ministers have been paid. Appointees have been paid. They've enjoyed all the goodies. They've enjoyed everything. But Ubusa said, what have you done from the promises you promised? I am successful to date. This platform is a platform to let you understand the say I was say this government has failed. And before I went for the break, I told you say we made the biggest mistake in our life to vote against the NDC. I'm being honest here because Ghana now show me an Adria. Obeka say why is Kevin going straight ahead to say no? I am saying say if Äddö say who is going to save this nation. Which government, which party is the NDC? And all the statistics and the facts are there pointing. I don't have to come. Na me better now TV so na me nkyerɛw. Say, a dear way ne kyerɛ say between these two parties now, no, the NDC is far better than the NPP. Me NPP nipa, and I'm never going to stop the NPP. Why? Makacham say until Enyansafo be the NPP nimno, I will accept and be part of that Enyansafo to build the NPP. And we made the biggest mistake because Osha from 2016, from 2012, Mahama Bedi power eba president Ankasa Ekufuado keeping Mahama in court for a year and over. So you have to understand Mahama didn't have a full 4 years. That's what check it. Every single thing that we are talking about in Ghana today, it was majority. I'm talking about majority of the things, developmental projects, things that we could have built on from 2016 till date. That's to me and to us. So that means this government, they've wasted solid 6 years of our time, 6 solid years. I don't think anyone in their right senses awako school, Sebio, Onko school, Sebio Nyankopo Amana Nyansa, Tanawakachem said this government can change anything in anybody's life. No, it is never possible. Nana Dankwe Kufuado, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Alan Kojo Tremantin, they are nice gentlemen, but they don't have the brains to lead. Sometimes people think I hate them. I don't hate them. I don't like their style of governance. They are not built to lead a nation. They are built to lead their homes. They are built to lead their political parties. But they are not built to have that bigger brain to put things together, join things to lead us as leaders. They don't have it. It's and I realize here from last week. And I'm in tennis and I'm reading Yaman, I'm assessing Yaman. I'm saying, no, I had the biggest mistake by voting John Mahama out. I'm being honest with you. Because it's not back. Let's do this for 5-6 minutes. And then start the show. When you sit back, now analyze it. You can say analyze it. Adia John Mahama ye na when you the weird. Let's put it aside. Nyama John Mahama ye when we. Ebe sinde senka sanyo mani nyina nanka John Mahama da wudi president and nanka to me completely sanya mani nyina. Like ask yourself senka hinanke wo. That means that we wouldn't be having these crisis that we are having today. Majority of the people would have been put to work because our biggest problem in Ghana is corruption. And the corruption cost on say nipa nie dwumaye. Amanfo ho chiromo. There are a few you can give them the wealth, they will still be corrupt. But when majority of the people come to understand, say we have opportunity to serve, they will be forced to fall into that river of patriotism. When a government starts to say our biggest problem is corruption, and our biggest problem, how to solve the corruption problem, they say we need to create opportunities for the people. Now, there's one thing I could for to buy or kaya yeso GDA sebio mesome kan ye be Jimmy for GDA and say no government can come and employ over 1 million people. It can never happen. The issue is in our public sector, the whole Ghana, you need more than 700,000 people working. More than 700,000 people on civil servant. Max neighbor to my family is 700,000 people. So Obi Bekachero say, I am going to create a Juma more than 700,000 jobs, 2.2 million jobs, 3 million jobs. The first question you ask is, how are you going to create the jobs? How are you going to create it? It goes back to the basics, and the basics are you need the fundamentals right. The basics are you need the infrastructure right. When the infrastructure is not there, you cannot create. When the infrastructure is not there, if you have 300,000 nurses nationwide and you are able to build maybe 60, 70, 50, 30 regional hospitals, you should be assured of about 60% of those nurses getting jobs. When you have 300 to 400,000 teachers in a country and you're able to build 200 senior high schools, 200 primary schools, 200 junior high schools, you should be assured, say, you will get 70% of those teachers coming out of training college and those in the system to be placed. Now, that is how you build an economy. So when the government is in power and picks one thing and say, let me concentrate on, because this is the spine of the problem. Now, the problem we're having is corruption and unemployment because of opportunities are yet to mean create a manipa. The government was in power. John Muhammad Dean say we need to solve that problem. It is not an easy thing to solve because African comedy nipa. People don't smile at infrastructure. People don't get happy when they see you building. People always want to have something in their hands. Give them money for them to survive that same day. So what do? You bite the bullet. You let the people understand, even though it's going to affect my presidency and my government and the way we'll be popular, I need to put an investment in this. This is a long-term investment. So the government of the day decided to do what? Let's expand the schools. Let us build more senior high schools. That is targeting teachers. Let us build more chip compounds. Let us build more regional hospitals. Let us build more community day care, whatever, community centers. The target is what? Nurses. That the government is tackling health and government is tackling education. Now these two ministries, let's put them under the ministry. These two ministries, the energy and the education ministry, technically they are the spine of this country. Over civil servants. There are a lot of teachers in the system. There are a lot of nurses and doctors in the system. Now, sir, I buy betnaso. Now, so I said, this is my target. Now, say, let's say we didn't understand it because it was too advanced for us. Now, comedy too much to understand. They say, Obi sit down when I sat down when I'm sober, nipa be 500 in juma and 500,000 in juma. Now, so we be catcher say, may baby ma juma here, but one can't show send you be creative juma nama. Remember, Commander Sugar Factory was built to do what? To serve some group of people, and those group of people were people who wanted to get into industrial agriculture. Maybe to say they wanted to grow maybe ashidie in large quantities to supply the factory. Now, directly people will be employed. Indirectly to create job for other farmers. I'll say, media. My aim is to grow 15,000 acre a year ashidie. And my client is the Commander Sugar Factory. On the 50, 15,000 acres. So it's a chain. It's cyclical. Now, all my politicians, when you know, say, I will give you jobs. You just ask the person, how are you going to create the job? Because we are not like America, whereby somebody can be employed sitting at home. We are a third world country. We need to start working in an environment. A few people can work from home in Ghana. We don't have even the technological know-how to sustain government institutions perfectly when it comes to internet service and the way the system runs. We don't have that. We don't have a lot of fiber cables that can make internet flow that easy for institutions and agencies to work effectively. That is why majority of the people should be at work physically to sign so that we work. That's how it is. And it's abayimba. That's what Bekacho said, I'll create jobs. And you don't ask them, how are you going to create the jobs? And nothing have drew in there. When you come and you say, I'm going to employ 100,000 people, NAPCO, some will go here, some will go here, some will go here. Somebody will ask you. Now, there are jobs that the first government started, the government you actually succeeded. Why don't you complete it and say now maybe we now I think I may be for NAPCO for. Me for NAPCO for I had no moka ko ye juma. Now you say you are creating NAPCO. NAPCO for pony baby on mutna ye juma. They are going to be in the classroom, but at the end of the day, you need to understand we are not in a country whereby people work on their laptops to make it happen. It doesn't work like that. Even in America, after COVID, people are being still forced to come into the office because there's an office environment. You are forced to work. We are people who are not even disciplined. See, at the office, supervisor, we stop working. How much more third world country we are not used to being disciplined when it comes to somebody not being supervised. So we put all these things together and they were like, you know what, let's do this. Nana dan kweku fuado ne aban we ba power. Ebesinde. Last week here, you see afe na ye ko India. Ako kra raw sugar. Na ye di aba Ghana. Na ye di sugar na begu eye Commander Sugar Factory nim. Na Commander Sugar Factory equipment no are turning into fine sugar. Ni a consuming. Yejimi. Ghana asase ene India asase. Di empa na betumi dua hwede. Just ask yourself. Ghana asase ene India asase. Say India was asase kro dua hwede. Busa say are we not capable of growing? If India is doing 100,000 a week, we are capable of growing 70 to 80,000 a week too. More than that. So when we sit back near Ghana for near tour, now you say, this is what is going to change us. Ekufuado the idea biaba. Ekufuado fa idea biaba. Let me tell you, for the past 6 years, idea biani ho. For the past 6 years, every single money abiding free SHS no eyamene woni tuae. That's it. Every single coin abiding so their free SHS no eyewusika. So what's so exclusive about free SHS? And have you asked yourself, say, mo amomba free SHS no before a free SHS buy no any end no? Ask yourself, say, shobana tnas the busa and say school no one ankasa no. Are they enjoying the school? You are not, the moment you are not enjoying the school, you cannot learn anything. Because even learning is a process. If the environment is not conducive to learn, no matter how long you stay in that school, you come back home empty. Nobody hates free SHS. Nobody hates anything. We all want it to be done right. See where we are today. We MPP need to send me around the world. Around the world. Busa won't say, are you satisfied with this kind of government? Say, Mahama Netisuna we see anka obetiasie. Would you be happy about it? Oh, you're hinena osheme. Oh, you're teacher ni. Oh, you're nurse ni. Say, anka your NDs ne also and a sign you may see Ghana da. This level of hardship. ABC Ghana da. Oh, Jin say, anka obetiasie. Just be fair to yourself. So why are you angry when people are criticizing a failed government? Because you voted, you were happy, you voted for Ekufuado because you wanted something to change. You wanted something better than the Mahama time. Corruption. Ekufuado has not beaten Mahama. Say, Eba say, why your corruption with Mahama? No, Ekufuado cannot compare himself when it comes to fighting corruption. He has not been able to do it. Say, Uyi Mark na want to take Ekufuado and do 3 cry. That was the reason why people voted for Ekufuado. Mahama yakrom for NDC for we are there. NDC brother betre say what dear. But as we speak today, Edin Krasa NPP ni be bien no akasafa corruption. So we are at a point where we need to be serious. We are at a point we don't have to joke. We are at the point, I'm telling you for a fact, in the next 3-4 months, say you're serious, we will start killing each other. Because there's too much anger in the system. The people who caused this problem to their up there, they don't care. And these are the realities. Those who are causing the problem, this huge burden on you guys, the hardship, they are up there. They don't care. Have you ever heard a minister say the salary amba? Have you ever heard such a statement before? You a demonstration as ministers of Ekufuado, your salary mbaye, your pay diem mbaye. Have you ever heard anything like that? You will never hear it because they are using you to survive. So in our right senses as Ghanaians, I don't expect anybody to say, this government should still stay in power. No. And I am to the core. You know why I respect the respect I have for John Mahama? I bet 10,000 times. Actually, why I say but if John Mahama had ruled from 2016 till date, Ghana would have been one of the best nations in Africa. We still didn't understand. We still didn't understand that thing Mahama was building. Go to Segleme and go around Africa and see, say, President Ibn put me say Segleme. As I speak to you now, police if you told me that you saw a video at article in Dansuman, you saw where they are. I said more. What was the government supposed to do? Kufuor Waba or say Obi Diska Segleme. Fine. That is why we brought you into power. Come and check the system. So Obi Diska. There's an office that takes care of that. The Attorney General is there. The Special Prosecutor is there. The CID boss office is there. They handle stuff like that. Finish it. Move Ghanaians into it. Then Yankasa Santime Hospital, Syria Hospital, and they are Obi Diska into the hospital to go on April. So let's sit back and analyze all these things. Nyambu I want to say, na Mahama bodam. Intinkeja Mahama, do you think say nyomana are stalling in Yinano and because he started it and he will complete them. The burden was on him to complete them. So if we had given the guy that space, the government of the day that space to complete the Ankandenka senior high school Bianca Mahama then Sakai over 200 Kalinyanke Akataso Aboso Epenti home. Chip compound biya e work Ghana Bianca this time from 2016 till now. And ki put it to work. Emanka chip compound we all computers manke digital ye we could sit in Accra and check every chip compound. What is happening there? Saya sit drone area be ko fa mojinke betuma tena Accra check is a chip compound we nya but all those things have been left to rot. I can talk about so many things. I remember when John Mahama started strategically opening up Ghana, Obie Ghana through aviation. I was saying, Mayor Airport was Srim, Mayor Airport was Volta region, Mayor Airport. We didn't understand because you need to have a visionary person, somebody who is intelligent to see the future, to understand these things. What about the media? What did we do? DNA, yeah. Ghana for be Ghana, with all due respect, sebi. Yen penny phone and brantin be. And your brofuna mokan, they don't get it. They don't get it. So we are journalists, we are media, and out TV, so to radio, to say, oh, can't throw, I'm will be watching us. So let's look back. Let's just look back. See, University of Ghana Medical Center is one of the edifices in Africa. And you may need kohunenki be they were fully operational. And it will be a health or a health tourist site. You will get people traveling all over Africa coming for healthcare. Do you know how much that is? Do you know how much somebody traveling from some other country who has money to spend to come and get cancer treatment in Ghana? Do you know how much money comes into the system? The more that person lives here, is being treated here. Do you know how much you make from that? How much you make from that? And the University of Ghana Medical Center is sitting there. 2019 nurses Gufie. We are happy because your regional chairman be also there. It's all about make money and go and look for women. Now Ghana na you building it. Is this Sana coming from building Ghana? No. It's about time I started to say these people have failed. Let me tell you for a fact, there's nothing they can do again. Me say, so to be in so far, you have to understand a befa wukum. Say, menoka say wejuma say ya. Let me tell you for a fact, no bank is going to be resurrected to save you by giving you decent loan. And no, unyebi. So don't think, say, there's going to be some hope. There's no hope. The issue is, those leading us no any idea about governance. They don't. Today, Bäwum has moved away from every single thing I'll catch Ghana for. He's talking about digitalization or digitization, something. Digitization, what you say? Do you understand what digitization means? Yet there are places in Ghana, internet service, those places any far from Accra, they are close to Accra. Internet service is not even strong. You cannot even get decent internet in Accra, some part of Accra. You're telling me digitization? Have you gotten the basics right? Say Ufri Ghana as a leader, that's Oko Abruche Krubiamu. Say you are going to try and lure them to come partner with you, digitization, whatever, internet world. They will first ask you, do you have the infrastructure to support the idea? That is the first thing they will ask you. Or the digitization, say, okay, I want to have this PowerPoint to explain to many from Bäwum free Ghana. I'm the vice president. Maybe Chairman come into Ghana and invest. Maybe Chairman say, come to Ghana and invest.